Genius is impossible to understand, but watching one at work can at least drive the definition home. Despite being so rare, prodigies often seem to end up sharing each other's company.
It's the soul of Abu. He composed absolutely everything. We have great musicians playing on this album. Tom Kennedy, Ryan Lee, Antonio Hart, Cecilia Stalin, David and Daryl from the Chopped Horns. It's a masterpiece. I mean, I'm not afraid to say it. It's a beautiful album.
Most teenagers have at best a murky idea of where they might end up in life. But the die was cast for Abu at age 4, when he walked into a music store with his parents and fell in love with the largest instrument he could find, a piano. By age 14, he had performed a duet with one of his personal heroes, the legendary Chick Corea. But this young man's career has already begun. We joined him at Avatar Studios in New York as he began recording his first album of original material.
I think Abu's going to have an amazing record when this is all over, you know, and it's one is inspiring the other, so we're having a ball. I'm looking forward to it.
Jazz has no hometown. It does, however, have its sites of pilgrimage, and none are more impressive or revered than New York City.
The energy in music here, you know, you can feel the city has a hum. You know, it has a heartbeat, it has a pulse, you know, and you just feel that, and I haven't felt that anywhere else.
What better place for Abu to cement his reputation as a composer?
You're living large, dude. I just want you to know that.
It's hard to imagine an art form more reliant on raw creativity than jazz. But making a record that accurately captures its complex syncopations and the tight interplay between performers requires a wealth of expertise.
Cool. Very good. Nice.
And state-of-the-art technology.
I usually do classical music and acoustic stuff, and now I work with drum set and with bass. Incredible bass player.
The arrival of Tom Kennedy in the studio left even other seasoned musicians a little starstruck.
That dude is on almost every record in the world.
Rolling tape now.
Brian Lee. Still in his early 20s, he is already a master, teacher, and even manufacturer of the drums.
We're going to try each of these out and see which one sounds the best.
Great musicians are more than the sum of their influences, and a great album more than the sum of its performances.
I just got off the elevator, and you're going to have some sexy saxophones and some cool flutes.
Stuff sounds good, by the way, man. You sound really good, man. I enjoy listening to it.
Yes, shop songs in the house, yo. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna lay some horns today for Abu, because Abu's the man. Man, did this little kid learn how to play so good? Yeah. Keep it going, guys.
Right there, top,
No problem. Now you get to hear some real saxophone. Teasing me. I can only be who I am. I'm sorry.
Nothing else has to be said.
The mammoth preparations, however, could not prevent the musicians from indulging their passion and professionalism before the day was out.
Man, I think it was a good day.
We had a long sound check. Very long sound check and rehearsals, but we still got 4 tunes recorded. So we're pretty beat for today, but I think tomorrow we're going to hit it hard, be able to record most of the album. But it's been a good run. Yeah, I'm impressed by how much we got done today.
You know what? This album, the whole album is like a story. They all have a story between 2 countries. It's not like that. I live here. I wrote about New York. No, it's like I live here. I wrote for China, and I wrote for the distance between 2 countries and the moment I liked. That's the point. You want to catch up? Yeah.
Abu's ongoing achievements as a 15-year-old are beyond fathoming for most of us. He balances the obligations of a performing and recording band leader and a student at the Western world's foremost school for music and the performing arts. Juilliard School is a mecca to musical prodigies, and nowhere else on earth can claim to be such a crucible of musical superstardom.
We're still getting to know each other a bit, but he's a very prodigious talent, obviously. I've just heard a couple of little snippets from his new recording. I hear restraint, I hear exuberance. Very promising young man.
Abu is attending it as a freshman who has already soared to great heights as a performer and now a composer. It is hard even to speculate on the huge achievements he will continue to make in his musical career.
He told me later, well, I don't like to work with people I don't know. And within 2 or 3 months, he knew everybody, and now he's working with everybody very happily.
And here is the opera house, and there is a concert hall, and here is the Eureka Ballet.
He comes in the rain, in the snow. He always makes it in.
Here we are in the Lincoln Center's concert hall. The famous records by Miles Davis. My Funny Time is recorded at here. It was played by Herbie Hancock and Miles Davis, and the great drummer. And I'm sorry I forgot his name, but let me think who is the saxophone. No, I don't care about this. Okay, yeah. So, nice place.
Don't mistake Abu's manner for that of a typical shy teenager. Aside from being a musical virtuoso, he cuts a commanding figure in the studio, easily gaining the respect of far more experienced musicians as he realizes his artistic vision. The arrival of guest vocalist Cecilia further highlighted Abu's ability to strike a balance between collaboration and striving towards his artistic objectives. The two quickly developed a strategy for recording the most emotionally challenging track on the album.
Some people think, I'm still young, and maybe I don't know what is love, but I think everyone has their feeling of love. It's not depends on the age.
Abu's highly professional demeanor gives up very little about the profound emotion he experiences as an extraordinarily talented young artist. On day 4, we saw it gloriously revealed in the recording of his exquisite ballad, Memories of Love.
One bright day she entered.
The inscrutable prodigy briefly disappeared, replaced by something even more rare. Somebody able to depict accurately the tremulous emotions of youth in a creative work.
Needing to be loved. Like a breeze, she swept by me, catching my heart. Opened up my eyes to see for our love.
You try to turn off everything that happens outside, and you try to just be right here, right now, and you listen to what happens in the music. And when everyone tunes in that sense, that's like the most rawest, most open and organic thing that could ever happen.
Watching the production of an album like this is awe-inspiring, start to finish. That said, one still notices the wonderful moments when things truly come together.
Top of the world.
All the people, all the musicians, such a lot of talent, are kind and easy to work, and this is what I call family affair. That's really important for us, for Sennheiser, because it's a family business, but as well the way we take to make people comfortable and happy, and finally at the end we get something incredible.
Amazement is normally rare among professionals during the workday, but if you pack enough genius into the studio, it does happen.
Our mix peak, but style is changing markedly. We're back to real jazz, no more funk. Swinging, small bass drum, different sound. There's a lot of low end from the bass.
We had a great moment with the special guest, Mr. Antonio Hart, who is a British American jazz saxophone player. For the last one, we forgot the time and we played through 13 minutes for a take. Sometimes in studio, the recording time is limited, but for this one, we all forgot that. We just played jazz.
This kind of improvisation comes only from complete immersion in the piece. Paradoxically, it's the true professional that loses track of time in the studio.
Oh, that was about 10 minutes.
The commitment and professionalism of the performers on the album allowed recording to be wrapped up with time to spare.
Keep on going, let's play. Let's have some fun.
There's a fade in somewhere there.
Yeah, somewhere. Oh, totally, bro.
There are a couple of fade
a couple times. Like, oh, not yet.
Valiantly chasing his dreams has meant Abu has had to take on considerable personal challenges as a very young man. Not least of these is the adjustment to an academically demanding life far away from his own country. But those with responsibility for helping him blossom believe that resilience can be counted among his prodigious qualities.
We're more connected to each other than we think. You know, even though we might look different and speak different languages, you cut us open, we're the same.
This project is going to be unbelievable, and I think it's going to be it's going to be worldwide.
To have enough people to bring him out of his country to here and get even more exposure. People just don't do that if it's just because he plays the piano pretty good. There's some other stuff there. It's obvious.